King Charles appeared to get frustrated at a pageboy tending to his robe as he attended the state opening of Parliament at the House of Lords today. The monarch, 75, seemed to abruptly pull his hand back when his regalia was being put in place ahead of the event. While his helper attempted to place the fabric around the sovereign's throne, the royal looked to take matters into his own hands as he flipped the material out. It is not clear if Charles was cooperating with the young boy or simply feeling exasperated by his, undoubtedly heavy, ensemble ahead of the king's speech today. His young helper was William Sackville, the grandson of the 11th Earl de Loire, who made his debut as one of King Charles' pages of honor this morning. A close-up photo of the moment also seemed to show a scrutinizing Charles looking down at the ornate, albeit bulky, clothing. Earlier this week, the monarch didn't appear to be in high spirits as he snapped at an aide to help his wife, while she struggled to get her coat on amid battling wind and rain in Jersey. Camilla, who today turns 77, was meeting members of the public in St. Helier as part of a two-day visit to the Channel Islands with her husband Charles. At one point the royal couple braved the rain and strong winds as they watched a military parade through the town. But after popping up a perspex umbrella, the Queen struggled to get her arm through her coat. Charles, who was also holding an umbrella, then attempted to help with wife out, before turning to an aide to ask for help. The monarch looked visibly annoyed at the struggle to get the coat on, before the aide helped Her Majesty slip her arm through the coat. It comes after Camilla was whisked away from her engagements after a security scare. The royal had to make a quick exit from an ice cream van in Weybridge Place where she was sampling the local delights when a member of her security team rushed over and told her the visit was being cut short. Thankfully, the scare turned out to be a false alarm and Their Majesties were soon able to continue with their planned program of engagements. Buckingham Palace did not comment officially, but it is understood there was a small issue of concern. An investigation was initiated, but it turned out to be a false alarm. Sources said every precaution was taken and the program resumed shortly afterwards. It does not appear anyone was arrested. Members of the public, including children who had been due to meet them, were taken to the hotel so they could meet Their Majesties personally instead. Queen Camilla donned a turquoise-belted dress upon arrival in the Channel Island, but added a waterproof trench coat and umbrella to her ensemble to take the rain into account. However, as the couple arrived via red carpet onto a stage in the Royal Square in St. Helier, where an official welcoming ceremony was carried out before a sitting of the Royal Court and the State Assembly, Camilla realized she still had her waterproof layer on. In a comical clip as she stood with King Charles to be officially greeted by delegates, the Queen, in one swift move, jerked back her shoulders to shake off the coat. As the coat fell behind her in a blink and you'll miss it moment, the Queen continued to stand to attention as if nothing has happened, and regained composure in an instant. However, her quick change was spotted by King Charles, 75, who couldn't help but smile as he watched her lose the coat. Meanwhile, earlier today, Charles has delivered his speech at the Palace of Westminster as Sir Keir Starmer set out his vision for Britain. Making his first King's Speech under a Labour government, the monarch said the legislative programme would be based on security, fairness and opportunity for all as he set out measures on illegal migration, housing, planning, workers' rights and railway nationalisation. The King travelled from Buckingham Palace to Westminster to deliver his address in the House of Lords on a day packed with pomp and ceremony as the new Parliament.